Ignore blogs for SEO until you've done this. Hey, I'm Sam Dunning, co-owner over at webchoiceuk.com and host of the Top 100 B2B Marketing Podcast Business Growth Show. And if you haven't yet, check out my weekly emails for B2B marketing, website, and SEO tips. You can give it a shot over at businessgrowth.email. So you might be listening to this and thinking, Sam, have you finally lost the plot? Blogs are a massive part of SEO. Well, truth be told, blogs do play a pretty hefty role in SEO. But when most B2B companies invest in SEO, they want it to drive qualified leads to their sales team, whether that's demos, book calls, consultation requests, whatever, aka high intent prospects searching for your solution, your service, or your offer, wanting to speak to sales today. Now, blog articles typically are for prospects earlier or higher up in the sales funnel that might be looking for tips, looking to learn more about your industry or to educate themselves around your industry or your niche, or perhaps for people in the middle of the sales funnel, maybe comparing you to other vendors or similar. So I'm going to share what you should consider before you spend all your time creating blogs to make sure that your SEO efforts kick off with a bang and generate your business revenue in the shorter term. So if you shouldn't do articles first, what the heck should you do? Well, I recommend you build out pages for all the main services, products, or offerings that you want to get leads, calls, or demos for as soon as possible to attract those high intent ideal clients. So think about what are those main offerings, those main services, those main use cases. Now, a lot of this you would have identified during keyword research. If you want tips on SEO keyword research from a B2B perspective, check out my recent podcast or YouTube episode, The Ultimate B2B SEO Guide. Got a bunch of useful tips for making sure you show up when prospects have problems you fix or have high intent for your service or offer. So yeah, you want to map out all these main services, products, or offerings, or use cases, or even geographic locations. And you want to build out a hefty, long form, detailed page for each and every one. So when these prospects have high intent for these offers, your page has a solid chance to show up top of search results and capture that potential lead. Some examples of what these pages might actually look like for an SEO and web design company like us at WebChoice. We might make pages for B2B SEO company, B2B SaaS SEO company, B2B SEO for tech companies, best B2B SEO agency, B2B SEO for service companies, and the list goes on, covering our main services and the main industries we want to work with. If you were, let's say, an outsourced sales company, maybe you'd make pages for outsourced sales development, SDRs for hire, outsourced sales development reps, outsourced SDRs for tech companies, B2B telemarketing services. You get the idea, covering those main services and main industries you want to do business with. So a few ideas for actually crafting these pages so they're going to rank well on Google, have a good chance to collect that organic traffic and drive inbound leads is you can review the top 3 organic listings. So if you actually search for those main keywords, see what's ranking top 3 already, and look for angles, opportunities, ways you can surpass their content. You can one-up them with extra insights, thoughts, and useful tips. You want to build these service pages for your buyers. So you've got to know your ideal clients' main cares, the main problems and frustrations they face, their main objections they bring up, and their main goals, the reason why they might want to invest. And you want to bear in mind Google's recent update, EEAT, experience, expertise, authority, and trust is what they're looking for in these content pages that you're going to build out. So for example, a detailed service or solution page might include things like an overview of the offering, the common problems the offer actually fixes, why your company might need it, processes, video guides, how you attack the offer, things like examples, case studies, results, client work, testimonials, so actually proof that you can deliver what you say you can, pricing, so how much it costs, and then FAQs, handling those common questions, common objections, and more that your sales team get on sales calls. And remember, we want these pages to convert prospects, as well as doing all those things I mentioned around covering common questions, problems, frustrations, and more in the content. We want to build trust. So having testimonials, whether that's videos or maybe that's client stories, or maybe that's some reviews, whether that's Google reviews, reviews from other external review sites and more, and having consistent call to actions. So when someone's scrolling through the page, they can easily take the next step with your sales team, whether that's booking time on their calendar, requesting a demo, scheduling a consult, or a click to call. Just make sure it's nice and simple for someone to take the next step when they're ready. And once you've built out all those pages for your main solutions, services, target markets, or even geographic locations that you want to attract leads and clients from, then you can work your way higher up the funnel and you can start considering doing blog articles to build up your reputation, answer questions, give useful tips, insights, and educate your target market, bearing in mind those prospects are going to be earlier in their sales journey, but you can direct them, of course, to useful resources, whether that's lead magnets, perhaps useful guides, perhaps you can prompt them to sign up to your email list, send them to your video resources or your podcast, and you can build up that brand reputation long term. And there you have it. I hope you found this episode useful. If you did, a quick subscribe on YouTube goes a long way, or if you're on the audio podcast, a rating or review is very much appreciated. And with that, I shall catch you on the next one. Cheers.